So as you guys know, I really like making bunkers in Minecraft. It's probably one of my favorite projects to work on, and I also like making things as small as possible. So today we're going to try and create the smallest bunker that you can build in Minecraft. So first things first, we're going to need some form of entrance to get into this thing. Now I was thinking a flush piston door, but we also need to be able to get out of it. So it's kind of going to have to be a two-way flush piston door. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to make it so that, in fact, we're going to have a double piston extender that faces upwards. That will retract us down to around about there, which is good, but then we won't be able to get down, so we're going to have a piston which retracts this block out the way, so then we can drop down. I think that's the smallest, most compact way I could possibly do it. But after about an hour of hard work to no avail, I can promise you it's not as easy as it sounds. I really want it to fit within this 3x3 area, but I'm really struggling. I kind of came up with some plans here, but they seem to have fallen through. I just don't know what to do about it. I don't know. Come on, I'm losing the will to live. Yes! I so hope this works. This has been a 2-hour project. Hit the button. It happens too fast. No, it doesn't! Yes! You can actually use this thing as a functioning two-way trapdoor. Hit the button. Jump. Oh, it is difficult though. Hit the button. Jump. That is a massive success. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty happy with myself about this thing. Look at it. I mean, it's totally pointlessly compact, but sometimes you've got to challenge yourself with this sort of stuff. Anyway, we now need to come up with a way to activate it. I'm thinking maybe item throwing or torch keys. Now, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think I'm on a bit of a roll today because I have just created the smallest redstone torch key you can possibly make using a whole bunch of observers. Look, it fits within this 6-block area right here. And the best news is that we actually get a 1-tick pulse as the output. So if I take a redstone output from here and say, for example, run it into a sticky piston with a redstone block on its face, we're actually going to end up with a T flip-flop, I hope. No, that's not messing around. We can run that input straight into the side of this thing. But that's not really the way that I want to do things. Instead, I'm going to be using a pulse extender so that this thing closes up behind us. So if we place in our redstone torch, you can see that this drops down and then we pop down into our base and then this thing closes up behind us. And if we hit this button and jump at exactly the right time, then we get pushed out onto the top. And all of that fits within this tiny little redstone mess of a space. So if we take a look at the to-do list I made before I started recording this video, we need a flush piston door, that's all done. We need some form of hidden activation device, that's all been completed. We need a bed, just place that one down. We need furnaces, I've just placed those ones in. And also we need chests, which I've placed a few of them, but we could definitely do with a few more, maybe dotted around inside the redstone circuitry somewhere. The next thing that we're going to need is a tiny little farm so that we can start gathering up resources. Now this is going to be just a tiny bit more tricky to do. So I've created a kind of farming setup right here in this tiny little gap, but I don't think, I mean, it will work once I put bone meal in there. We don't have any space for, we do have space for water, but I kind of want it to be smaller than that. The farm has been taken out for the time being. I'm going to work on that later on. For now, I have added in this little thing. This is like a quick kit armory station. You guys have seen these tons of times in all of my different builds and things, but this one is a little bit different in that it's also going to give you a potion. So that means that you can drop inside your little bunker, and then you can fire this thing up, not only get fully equipped with awesome armor, but you can also be powered up with, say, potion of healing or potion of resistance or strength or something like that, so that you can take on anything that might be chasing you. That seems like a pretty smart idea to me. But I didn't really like where it was, so I swapped it out for the farming module once again. So if you place in a carrot right here, you can see it gets bone mealed, then we can take it out, it gets bone mealed, take it out, bone mealed, take it out. You guys get the picture. Obviously, I'm in creative mode, so right now it's not doing too much, but that will allow you to get a really quick food source, and you can do it with potatoes, carrots, wheat, the whole lot. Now, if we pop down this little ladder here, I think down at the bottom here, I'm going to have a few different redstone contraptions. For example, that quick kit that I just mentioned. Now, I'm going to be honest, things are going really, really well here. The only thing that I do need is I need some anvils, and I'm trying to work out where would be a good place to place them in, because I kind of wanted an anvil replacement system. Right, there's no way that the player is going to be getting back here, so this is kind of our walking, this is like our stomping ground that we currently have. I suppose we do also have, we have some space up here. The player can kind of jump across, and they'll have this walking space. Maybe just have some anvils stacked up like this. Okay, so what I've done is I've created a storage system here. So this is all our storage. All of these chests are accessible. We've got chests in the floor, chests down here. We also have some chests out in this corner as well, all of which is fitting within this little 4 blocks wide area that we have going on. Then up at the top, if we just walk across our ladder, we have got access to these 3 anvils and also the chest up at the top. And then out the back here, we are going to have a nether portal. Now this can't just be any old nether portal. We can't just light this thing up, because obviously nether portals make a lot of noise, and if a player walks over the top of this land, they're going to hear this thing and they're going to know that it's there. So we need to add in some form of toggleable nether portal system which will allow us to shut it all off. Now the way that we're going to do that is by using 2 dispensers out the back. And then we have to do some redstone. I'm trying to remember how on earth we do this. And most importantly, how I can do it in a way that fits in here. That's going to be the biggest struggle. Now, I think this little setup right here could potentially work. So we flick this lever, and that fires that one. Oh, we need an item inside the dropper. Okay, let's try that again. So we flick the lever. That is a good sound. Okay, so if we grab ourselves a flint and steel and place that inside that dispenser on the left, that should ignite it. And then here's the scary one. Water. How much faith do I have in this? Quite a lot. There it is. Not bad. It did take out that redstone. That's a bit of an issue. But I reckon we can kind of work on that. After washing away my redstone a bunch of times, I think I might have come up with a strategy that might work. So I've shortened... No! Oh! This is why water and redstone just don't do it. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. This is the fastest 2 ticks I can get. Okay. Right, well, we're gonna have to move some things around then. I don't think I can do it. I've tried all sorts of things. Nothing I do stops that from happening. That's as fast as I can do it. Just the water spreads a little bit too fast. So I guess we're just gonna have to try our best to move some things around and make things fit in this area. And also rebuild all of the redstone that is completely washed away about 10 times. Every single thing that I come up with isn't working. I've come up with this system, which functions perfectly fine as a system. Look, you can see, we hit the button, we get fully equipped, and also we get the strength potion as well. That's all good. But it's a button that will still get washed away by the water. Maybe we could flip the dispensers round. I'm taking drastic action now. That worked! That actually works! Yes! If we place in a button on this one, we have got the fully functioning system. So this thing functions, we can have a button right here, no problem whatsoever. I'm fully equipped with armor already. We've got our strength potion, everything's working well. We want to toggle on our nether portal. That functions too, and it doesn't destroy our button. There we go. 1 micro bunker, and this really is a micro bunker. All done and dusted. The only thing that we need left is an enchanting table. You know what? I think I'm going to place it in right there. Just a little enchanting table chilling out up at the top. Blimey. So let's do a quick run through of everything that we've got in this build. So if you place in a redstone torch on this block, you can see that we drop down, get pushed out the way, and then everything re-extends behind us, completely concealing us in our own little bunker. Now we have access to 4 furnaces right by the entrance. We all have access to a whole bunch of chests up at the top right here, and also anvils out the back, and a bed, and an enchanting table, and also a little micro farm that will allow us to get lots and lots of carrots, wheat, potatoes, and beetroot if you fancy as well. Then if we pop down to the bottom, you can see we have access to yet more chests, and they all kind of make their way up through here. We have a quick kit system, which allows us to get quickly activated and ready for battle with a strength potion and also a full set of diamond armor. And if we look up at the top here, we flick this lever and we can flick on a nether portal, and we can toggle it off so that it doesn't make any noise, because obviously we don't want anyone to find us down here. I would say this is a pretty good selection inside this tiny little 4-block wide space that we've built underneath the ground. And then if we can actually get out, this is tricky, I'm going to have to time it well, but you can do that, and then you pop up to the surface. I am proud of this thing. I absolutely love it. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please press that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.